100 Laws of Life, so you don't screw your life up like I did. Modern Stoicism. Life is a journey full of lessons, and the best part, each lesson shapes you into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. In today's video, I'm sharing 100 Laws of Life, principles I've learned through my own triumphs and mistakes, that can help you create a life filled with purpose, peace, and success. These laws aren't just for avoiding missteps, they're a roadmap to becoming the best version of yourself. Which law fits your life right now? Comment below and let's start a conversation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic Secrets for more life-enhancing wisdom. Law 1. Focus on yourself. True success and fulfillment come from focusing on ourselves, not in selfish isolation, but by understanding that we can't pour from an empty cup. To nurture others effectively, we must first care for our own mind, body, and spirit. Marcus Aurelius said it best. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Modern Stoicism reminds us to prioritize inner growth over distractions, helping us align with our true purpose amidst the chaos of life. Mastering your thoughts is key to mastering your life. The modern world's noise, comparison, and societal pressures often pulls us away from what truly matters. But when we focus inward, understanding our desires and limits, we create a life aligned with our unique path. This self-awareness not only strengthens us, but enhances our ability to connect with others. As Epictetus wisely noted, no man is free who is not master of himself. In today's fast-paced world, prioritizing self-growth might seem counterintuitive, yet it is where true strength lies. When we make space for growth, we build a foundation for success and happiness. Like tending a garden, we must nourish our roots before expecting blossoms. Modern Stoicism teaches us that self-care is a necessity, not a luxury, and when we prioritize it, everything else, relationships, achievements, and peace, falls into place. Law 2. If you don't control your mind, someone else will. Your mind is your greatest asset, shaping your reality and destiny. Yet in today's world, it's often hijacked by external forces like media, social networks, advertisements, and opinions of others. Modern Stoicism reminds us to reclaim our thoughts to live authentically. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This wisdom teaches us that true well-being stems from within, not from the chaos outside. When unchecked, your mind passively absorbs everything it encounters, leading to a life shaped by trends, algorithms, and external validation. To break free, you must practice mindfulness, meditation, and self-reflection. Feed your mind intentionally with positive and purposeful thoughts, creating a mental space where your energy is directed toward growth and clarity. Taking control of your mind transforms your actions and ultimately your life. As Epictetus wisely noted, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Training your thoughts to resist negativity and fear builds resilience and empowers you to navigate challenges with confidence. Modern Stoicism thrives on this principle, offering timeless guidance for today's relentless distractions. In a world vying for your attention, reclaiming your mind isn't just philosophy, it's essential. Protect your mental space, channel your energy into what truly matters, and take control of your thoughts. When you master your mind, you master your life, unlocking a freedom no external force can take away. Law 3. Sometimes the things that break your heart end up fixing your vision. Sometimes, the things that break your heart end up fixing your vision. Think about it. Those moments that feel like the world is crumbling beneath your feet are often the very catalysts for growth. Life has a way of challenging you with heartbreak, failure, and loss. But these are not just random hurdles. They are opportunities for transformation. When you face pain head-on, you break away from old habits, perspectives, and limitations that no longer serve you. It's like a sculptor chipping away at a block of stone. Each painful strike reveals a clearer, more defined version of yourself. Take a moment to reflect. Has there been a time when a setback forced you to see the world differently? Perhaps losing a job led you to discover your true passion, or a broken relationship taught you the value of self-love. One modern story that echoes this truth is the journey of Sara Blakely, the founder of Spanx. She often speaks about how the heartbreak of repeated career rejections didn't just toughen her skin, it sharpened her focus and fueled her drive to create something groundbreaking. Similarly, your struggles are not barriers, they are stepping stones. The Stoic secrets of resilience teach us that pain, when embraced with courage and reflection, becomes the lens through which we see life's true priorities. Ask yourself, how can you turn your pain into purpose? How will you let it refine your vision rather than cloud it? Remember, the wisdom and strength you gain from hardship are lessons that will guide you toward a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Keep going, keep growing, and trust that even heartbreak can be a gift in disguise. Law 4. Loneliness is the price you pay when you start to improve yourself. Stepping into personal growth often comes with the challenge of loneliness. As you begin to work on yourself and align with your true values, some relationships may naturally fade because they no longer match your path. While this can feel isolating, it is important to view solitude not as a burden, but as a gift. Seneca reminds us, "It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable." Loneliness becomes a space to reconnect with who you are, reflect on your goals, and realign with your purpose. Modern Stoicism teaches that solitude is a natural stage in the journey of self-improvement, one that helps build inner resilience and clarity. This period of isolation is an opportunity to invest in your mental, emotional, and spiritual health. It's in the quiet moments that you find the strength to grow and evolve. Like pruning a tree to ensure its long-term health, letting go of relationships or habits that no longer serve you creates space for stronger, more authentic connections to form. Over time, the people who align with your growth will naturally gravitate toward you, bringing deeper bonds and shared purpose into your life. In today's fast-paced, hyper-connected world, embracing moments of loneliness can feel counterintuitive, but it is essential for meaningful personal transformation. Use this time to cultivate self-awareness and fortify your inner foundation. As Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." The loneliness you experience today is the fertile ground from which stronger relationships and a more fulfilled life will grow. Modern Stoicism reminds us that solitude is not the absence of connection, but the preparation for a deeper, more aligned existence. Law 5. Be proud. You survived the days you thought you couldn't. Be proud of the strength that has carried you through the days you thought you couldn't survive. Life inevitably brings moments of darkness, where the weight of your struggles feels unbearable and the path forward seems unclear. Yet, here you are, a testament to resilience and fortitude. Modern Stoicism teaches us that every hardship endured is a lesson in growth, a chance to cultivate inner strength and wisdom. As Seneca wisely observed, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Each trial you have faced has shaped you into the person you are today, proving that your capacity to endure is far greater than you often realize. Think back on those moments when you felt at your lowest, when surrender seemed like the only option, but you found the courage to push forward. That courage deserves acknowledgement and celebration. In modern life, it's easy to dwell on what we've yet to achieve, but the essence of modern stoicism reminds us to reflect on the battles we've already won. These victories, no matter how small, remind us of our resilience and inspire confidence in our ability to handle what's ahead. When future challenges arise, let your past triumphs guide you. Remember that the storms you've weathered have equipped you with the strength to thrive even when the odds seem stacked against you. Be proud of how far you've come, for every step forward proves your resolve. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." The struggles you overcome not only test you, but transform you, ensuring that you emerge stronger with each challenge. Trust in your ability to endure, and you'll continue to rise above whatever life throws your way. Law 6. Not everyone will like you. That's life. Not everyone will like you, and that's okay. Really, it is. Life is too rich and diverse to expect universal approval, and the truth is, trying to please everyone will only drain your energy and rob you of your authenticity. Think about it. People's likes and dislikes are shaped by their unique experiences, values, and perspectives, which may not align with yours. Instead of chasing after their approval, why not focus on the one person whose opinion truly matters, your own? When you learn to embrace your true self and live in alignment with your values, you unlock a freedom that no amount of external validation can match. A modern example is Lizzo, the singer and body positivity icon. She's faced criticism for being unapologetically herself, yet her confidence and authenticity have won her a devoted fan base that admires her courage and honesty. This is one of the Stoic secrets. When you live authentically, you attract those who genuinely appreciate you while freeing yourself from the need to conform to others' expectations. Ask yourself, are you living for yourself or for the approval of others? The next time you find yourself worrying about being liked, remember that you are not for everyone, and that's your superpower. By prioritizing your values and truth, you'll find fulfillment and attract relationships that truly matter, leaving no room for superficial connections or false validation. Life is too short to live by someone else's script. Embrace your authenticity, because that's where real happiness begins. Law 7. Stop telling people everything. Most people don't care, and some secretly want you to fail. In life, it's natural to want to share your dreams and struggles with those around you, but not everyone in your circle has your best interests at heart. Some may listen out of indifference, while others may harbor envy or even silently hope for your failure. As Epictetus wisely advised, keep silence for the most part and speak only when you must, and then briefly. By safeguarding your most important goals and aspirations, you shield yourself from unnecessary negativity and allow your focus to remain on what truly matters, your progress and actions. Sharing your dreams selectively also frees you from the constant need for validation or approval, which can dilute your motivation. When you keep your plans private, you create space to work on them with clarity and purpose, without external noise influencing your path. This is a cornerstone of modern Stoicism, to act with intention, guided by your inner wisdom rather than the opinions of others. In a world filled with superficial connections, choosing to share your deepest ambitions only with those who have earned your trust is an act of self-respect and wisdom. In today's era of oversharing and instant gratification, it's easy to feel compelled to broadcast your goals to the world. However, holding your plans close allows you to focus on action rather than talk. When you eventually succeed, the victory will be sweeter because it was achieved on your own terms, free from undue influence or interference. As Seneca put it, the greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach. Protecting your dreams isn't secrecy, it's self-mastery, and modern Stoicism teaches us that this quiet confidence is key to living a fulfilling life. Law 8. It's better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for something you are not. Authenticity is a cornerstone of a fulfilling life. In a world that often pressures us to conform, the courage to be true to ourselves is rare but deeply rewarding. Modern Stoicism reminds us that our greatest strength lies in embracing who we are without fear of judgment. As Epictetus taught, know first who you are and then adorn yourself accordingly. It's far better to face criticism for being genuine than to be loved for living a lie, as living inauthentically only breeds frustration and a sense of disconnection from your true self. When you choose to prioritize authenticity over approval, you gain self-respect and peace of mind. While others may misunderstand or even reject you, the relationships that matter will be built on genuine acceptance. Modern Stoicism underscores this by encouraging us to focus on what we can control, our actions, values, and character, rather than chasing the fleeting opinions of others. Authenticity is not just about being different, it's about standing firm in your values and expressing your uniqueness without compromise. In today's social landscape, where validation often comes through external applause, staying true to yourself can feel like a radical act. But remember, those who truly matter will respect you for your integrity. As the saying goes, it is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for something you are not. When you stand firm in your truth, you inspire others to do the same, and the fulfillment that comes from living authentically far outweighs the fleeting comfort of approval. Embrace your uniqueness and trust that being true to yourself is always the better path. Law 9. Don't go broke trying to impress broke people. Don't go broke trying to impress broke people. It's one of the most important lessons life will teach you if you're paying attention. Too often, we fall into the trap of chasing approval from others, spending money we don't have to buy things we don't need, all to impress people who aren't walking the same path as us. But let me ask you this. Does their admiration really matter, or is it just a distraction from your real goals? Imagine someone like Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest men in the world, driving an old car and living in a modest house. He's not concerned with flaunting wealth. He's focused on building it. That's one of the Stoic secrets. True success doesn't scream, it whispers. It's about creating a foundation that supports your future, not one that crumbles under the weight of temporary validation. Instead of competing in a race for appearances, invest in yourself, your skills, your financial knowledge, and your peace of mind. Remember, the people who matter won't be impressed by what you own, but by who you are. So, how can you redirect your energy toward what truly counts? Life isn't about keeping up with others, it's about staying ahead for yourself. Embrace simplicity, focus on growth, and let your success speak for itself. Law 10. Stay away from people who make you feel lonely. Loneliness is not about the absence of people, but the absence of genuine connection. You can feel profoundly isolated, even in a crowded room or in the company of those who fail to value you. Modern Stoicism emphasizes the importance of curating relationships that nourish your spirit and align with your values. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." If someone consistently leaves you feeling ignored, drained, or undervalued, it's a clear sign to reevaluate that relationship. Life is far too precious to spend with those who undermine your emotional well-being. True connection is built on mutual respect, understanding, and support. When someone's presence brings negativity or makes you question your worth, they are not contributing to your growth or happiness. By creating distance from energy-draining individuals, you make space for relationships that inspire and uplift you. Modern Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, and that includes the people we allow into our lives. As Seneca wisely said, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." Surrounding yourself with individuals who encourage your growth and celebrate your achievements is not just empowering, it's essential for living a fulfilled life. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to fall into relationships of convenience or habit. However, choosing to be intentional about the people you allow close ensures that your energy is directed toward building meaningful connections. When you prioritize relationships that nurture and elevate you, you protect your emotional health and create an environment where you can thrive. By embracing this principle of modern Stoicism, you ensure that your journey after hearing these life laws. Do you feel inspired to take control of your journey and focus on what really matters? If so, comment "Yes" to affirm your commitment, or comment 1 to share which law has been most meaningful to you so far. And don't stop there. Watch until the end of this video, because there are some special insights waiting that will not only surprise you, but also have the potential to change the way you view your life. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Law 11. No company is better than bad company. The people you allow into your life shape your mindset, choices, and ultimately your destiny, making it vital to choose your company wisely. Modern Stoicism emphasizes the importance of surrounding yourself with individuals who uplift and inspire rather than those who bring negativity or hinder your growth. As Seneca wisely noted, associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. Sometimes solitude is far more valuable than enduring toxic relationships that drain your energy and limit your potential. Bad company often brings drama, negativity, and unhealthy influences that can cloud your judgment and stunt your progress. It takes courage and self-awareness to recognize when a relationship no longer serves your well-being, and even greater strength to walk away. While society often equates being alone with loneliness, modern Stoicism reframes solitude as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Time spent alone can provide clarity, allowing you to focus on your values, goals, and inner peace without distractions. In today's interconnected world, it's easy to feel pressured to maintain relationships out of convenience or fear of being alone. However, true fulfillment comes from being in the company of those who encourage your authenticity and support your aspirations. By letting go of toxic influences, you create space for meaningful connections that align with your values. As Marcus Aurelius observed, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Ensure your thoughts and spirit remain vibrant by surrounding yourself with those who contribute positively to your life, and don't hesitate to choose solitude when necessary. The peace and growth that follow will always outweigh the discomfort of letting go. Law 15. No one is going to figure out your life. It's your responsibility. No one is going to figure out your life for you. This is a truth as empowering as it is sobering. While it's natural to seek advice or look to others for answers, the reality is that only you can truly understand your desires, your struggles, and the dreams that ignite your soul. Think about it. How often do we wait for someone else, a mentor, a partner, a friend, to give us direction or clarity? But life doesn't work that way. The Stoic secrets teach us that responsibility for our path lies with us, and with that realization comes immense power. Consider the story of Elon Musk, who, despite critics and skeptics, carved his own path by pursuing bold ideas that aligned with his vision. He didn't wait for permission, he created the future he wanted. You have that same ability. Ask yourself, what do you want your life to stand for? What steps can you take today to move closer to that vision? Take ownership of your choices, embrace the lessons in your failures, and recognize that every decision shapes your destiny. It's not easy, but the rewards of a self-directed life are immeasurable. Stop waiting for answers from the outside world and start finding them within. Your life is your masterpiece. Make it a work of art worth living. Law 16. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Life is a constant balance of victories and setbacks, and true wisdom lies in recognizing that both hold valuable lessons. Modern Stoicism reminds us that outcomes, whether favorable or not, are opportunities for growth. As Epictetus wisely said, difficulties are things that show a person what they are. Failure is not the end of your journey, but a moment of redirection, offering new perspectives and experiences to guide you forward. Each setback equips you with the insight to improve, the resilience to persevere, and the understanding that even in loss, there is progress. When you shift your mindset to view challenges as lessons rather than defeats, you empower yourself to approach life with curiosity and strength. Every stumble becomes a step forward, adding to the foundation of your personal growth. Winning, then, is not confined to traditional definitions of success. Often, the most profound victories are the insights gained through adversity. In a world that frequently prioritizes results over effort, modern Stoicism teaches us to value the journey itself, reminding us that growth often comes from the struggles we endure and the courage we show in rising again. In today's fast-paced, result-driven society, setbacks can feel overwhelming. However, by embracing them as part of your path, you learn to cultivate resilience and wisdom. Each experience, whether a win or a loss, shapes the person you are becoming. Remember, as Seneca observed, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. By embracing the process of learning from every outcome, you discover that success is not a destination, but a continuous journey of improvement and self-discovery. Chatu, Law 17. If nobody helps you, do it alone. There will be moments in life when no one steps forward to help you, and in those times, self-reliance becomes your greatest ally. Modern Stoicism emphasizes the value of resilience and determination, urging us to face challenges head-on without waiting for external support. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This principle reminds us that even when we stand alone, we hold the power to shape our destiny through action and perseverance. While support from others is undoubtedly valuable, relying solely on it can hinder your growth. True confidence arises when you learn to trust your abilities and take initiative, even in the face of adversity. Modern Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our actions and mindset, rather than lamenting the lack of external assistance. By pushing forward on your own, you not only build resilience, but also discover the depths of your strength and resourcefulness. Life's most fulfilling accomplishments often come from moments of solitary determination, when you take ownership of your journey and prove to yourself what you are capable of achieving. While it's important to ask for help when needed, don't let its absence deter you from moving forward. Stand firm in your resolve and remember that self-reliance is not just a skill, but a cornerstone of living a fulfilled and empowered life. When you learn to succeed independently, you embody the essence of modern Stoicism, resilient, determined, and unshaken by the obstacles in your path. Law 18. Take your financial life seriously. Money is a defense to a lot of challenges. Take your financial life seriously, because money, while not the key to happiness, is a defense against many of life's challenges. Think of it as a tool, one that provides stability, freedom, and the power to make meaningful choices. How often do you find yourself stressed over unexpected bills or feeling trapped by financial limitations? Building financial health isn't just about saving or earning, it's about taking control of your future. Consider the story of Chris Gardner, whose journey from homelessness to a successful career as an entrepreneur highlights the importance of financial resilience. He didn't just survive, he planned, saved, and invested, proving that taking financial matters seriously can transform your life. One of the Stoic secrets reminds us that preparation and discipline are key to facing life's uncertainties with confidence. Ask yourself, are you managing your money, or is your money managing you? Focus on saving for emergencies, investing in your future, and reducing unnecessary expenses. Remember, financial freedom isn't about being rich. It's about being secure enough to live life on your own terms. Take responsibility today and set yourself up for a life where your finances empower, not hinder, your ability to thrive. Law 19. Be selfish with your time. A lot of people don't deserve it. Time is your most precious resource, an asset you can never replenish, and modern Stoicism emphasizes the importance of guarding it fiercely. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This reminder underscores the fleeting nature of life and the need to use your time wisely. Many will demand your attention, but not everyone deserves it. Learning to say no without guilt is a powerful act of self-respect that allows you to focus on what truly matters: your personal growth, meaningful relationships, and projects that align with your values. Being intentional with your time is not selfish, but essential. The quality of your life is directly tied to how you spend your hours. When you reserve your time for endeavors and people that enrich your life, you create space for growth and fulfillment. Modern Stoicism teaches us to act with purpose, valuing moments that contribute to our goals rather than scattering our time on distractions or obligations that do not serve us. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to feel pressured to say yes to everything, but this only leads to burnout and dissatisfaction. Instead, reflect on what truly aligns with your values and invest your energy there. As Seneca wisely said, "As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters." By prioritizing your time and protecting it from unnecessary demands, you ensure that every moment reflects your highest priorities, bringing clarity, balance, and purpose to your life. Which of these powerful life principles resonates best with you? Is it 1. Prioritizing quality companions over negative influences, 2. Making peace with the past to thrive in the present, or 3. Resisting comparison to others and embracing your unique journey? Comment your choice below 1 or 2 or 3 and let us know. And don't go anywhere. There's more to discover. including a surprising principle at the end that might change your perspective completely. Stay tuned, because the best is yet to come. Law 20. What other people think of you is none of your business. One of the greatest obstacles to inner peace is the constant worry about what others think of you. Modern Stoicism teaches us that true freedom comes from letting go of external validation and focusing on what truly matters, your own values, actions, and sense of self. As Marcus Aurelius advised, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own." This timeless wisdom reminds us that while people's opinions are inevitable, they are beyond our control and often based on their own biases, not your truth. When you center your life around others' judgments, you hand over control of your happiness and authenticity. Striving to please everyone or worrying about their perceptions only drains your energy and stifles your potential. Modern Stoicism encourages us to direct our attention inward, prioritizing our own growth and self-respect over fleeting approval. The only opinion that truly matters is your own, and the strength of your character is validated by your actions, not by what others may or may not see. In today's interconnected world, it's easy to fall into the trap of chasing likes, applause, or external recognition. But remember, the opinions of others are none of your business. They don't define you. The more you let go of the need for external affirmation, the freer you become to pursue a life aligned with your values and goals. Embrace your individuality, trust in your decisions, and validate yourself through the integrity of your actions. By doing so, you embody the principles of modern Stoicism, living with confidence, purpose, and peace of mind. Law 21. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. You can't change the beginning, but you can start now and change the ending. Often we dwell on past mistakes, wishing we could rewrite them. But the truth is, the past is set. It's a closed chapter. What matters now is the present moment. In this moment, you have the power to make choices that shape a better tomorrow. Think of J.K. Rowling, who faced rejection after rejection, financial struggles, and personal hardships before creating the iconic Harry Potter series. She didn't let her failures define her. Instead, she used them as fuel to change her story, turning challenges into triumphs. If she had let setbacks hold her back, we might never have known the magic of her world. This is one of the most powerful Stoic secrets. The power lies not in lamenting the past, but in making the most of what you have now. What small action can you take today to move closer to your goals? Whether it's making that call, starting a new project, or forgiving yourself, progress is made step by step. Your past doesn't define your future, unless you let it. No matter how your story started, you have the ability to shape the ending. The power to create an extraordinary life is in your hands, so don't wait. Start now with what you have, and take the first step toward the future you deserve. Law 22. Being alone gives us an opportunity to reconnect with ourselves. In our modern world, where distractions are endless, the idea of solitude can seem daunting. Yet, Law 22 reminds us that being alone can be a powerful tool for self-discovery. When we embrace solitude, we grant ourselves the opportunity to reconnect with who we truly are. In the constant noise of everyday life, it's easy to lose sight of our goals and values. Solitude creates the space we need to reflect, recalibrate, and gain clarity about our intentions and desires. It allows us to process our emotions without external influences, helping us uncover deeper truths about ourselves. In this quiet, we can re-establish our priorities, bringing our focus back to what matters most. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "No man is free who is not master of himself," reminding us that true freedom comes from understanding and controlling our inner world. Solitude isn't a sign of weakness or isolation, but a chance for growth and strength. By embracing it, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and self-awareness, making it an essential practice in modern Stoicism. In today's busy society, taking time for solitude can help us become stronger, more resilient individuals who are better equipped to handle life's challenges with clarity and purpose. So, when you find yourself alone, see it as an opportunity, not as a burden. Reconnect with your inner self, and you'll emerge with newfound wisdom and focus. Law 23. Sometimes you need to stop seeing the good in people and start seeing what they show you. While it is commendable to search for the best in others, there are times when modern Stoicism teaches us to be more grounded in reality and see people for who they truly are, not who we hope they might become. As the ancient Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we speak." People's actions often speak louder than their words, and their true intentions are revealed through their behavior, not their promises. It's crucial to focus on what people show you through their actions, rather than getting caught up in their words or the idealized version you wish they were. In today's world, this is especially true, as we often encounter individuals who may tell us one thing but act quite differently. For instance, if someone repeatedly disrespects your boundaries, you must acknowledge that, rather than holding on to the hope that they will change. By trusting what people show you, you guard your own peace and protect your heart from unnecessary disappointments. Remember, modern Stoicism teaches us that accepting reality as it is, not as we wish it to be, helps us avoid false expectations. This approach doesn't mean we should abandon kindness or hope, but we must temper our expectations with wisdom. In the end, trusting actions over words keeps us grounded in reality, ensuring that we focus our energy on those who truly value us, rather than wasting it on those who only promise it. Law 27. Your deepest, darkest moment may be the best thing that ever happens to you. There are moments in life when everything feels like it's falling apart, whether it's a personal loss, a failure, or an unexpected crisis. In these dark times, it can seem like the end of the world. But what if I told you that your deepest, darkest moment might actually be the best thing that ever happens to you? It's in these times of adversity that we often experience the most profound growth. These challenges force us to reassess our values, our priorities, and the choices we've made. Just like a sculptor chips away at marble to reveal the masterpiece within, hardship helps shape us into who we are meant to become. Think about the last time you faced a real setback. Didn't it teach you something valuable? It's often these struggles that lead to the greatest transformation, pushing us to shed old habits and embrace change. The Stoic secrets reveal that our pain today could be laying the foundation for a stronger, wiser tomorrow. The discomfort we feel now is temporary, but the lessons we learn last a lifetime. So, instead of avoiding challenges, embrace them. Allow your struggles to teach you resilience and empathy, because the hardest times can often lead to the most remarkable growth. What would happen if you reframed every challenge as an opportunity for personal evolution? Remember, your darkest moment might be the key to unlocking a better version of yourself. Law 28. Envy is a waste of time. You already have all you need. Envy can be one of the most harmful emotions we experience, as it diverts our attention from the abundance we already have and focuses it on what others possess. In today's world, where social media often highlights the success of others, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison. However, modern Stoicism teaches us that envy only steals our peace and distracts us from the beauty of our own lives. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When we compare ourselves to others, we not only waste precious time, but also miss the chance to fully appreciate the blessings already present in our lives. It's crucial to remember that everyone's journey is unique, and what works for someone else may not necessarily be right for you. Rather than focusing on what others have, we should shift our attention to what we are grateful for, cultivating a mindset of abundance. When we practice gratitude, we shift our perspective, leading to increased fulfillment and contentment. The more we acknowledge and appreciate what we have, the less we feel the need to measure ourselves against others. Modern Stoicism encourages us to embrace contentment, not by acquiring more, but by appreciating and making the most of what we already have. Let go of envy, and in its place, allow gratitude to fill your heart. By doing so, you will attract more positivity into your life and find greater peace within yourself. Law 29. If you don't ask, you don't get. In today's fast-paced world, many opportunities pass us by simply because we are too hesitant or afraid to ask for what we want. This could range from seeking help in tough times, asking for a promotion at work, or even requesting a simple favor. The act of asking is a powerful tool that opens doors to possibilities that might otherwise remain closed. Modern Stoicism reminds us that opportunities rarely present themselves unless we make the conscious choice to seek them out. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This applies directly to our ability to ask for what we need. By asking, we are taking control of our own future and shaping the course of our lives. People are not mind readers, and while they may be willing to help or offer support, they can only do so if we communicate our needs. Recognizing that asking is not a sign of weakness, but of strength and clarity, is crucial in understanding our personal power. When we ask for what we want, we assert our right to create opportunities for ourselves, and we stop waiting for life to hand us things. In essence, modern Stoicism teaches us that taking initiative, even when it's uncomfortable, is essential for growth and success. Don't wait for things to fall into your lap. Take charge, ask for what you deserve, and open the door to new possibilities. By doing so, you create the life you've always wanted and deserve. Comment 1 if you agree that what others think of you is none of your business, or comment 2 if you believe it's time to start changing your story from today. And don't miss out. Watch until the end of this video, because the last 3 laws will surprise you and might just change the way you live forever. Law 30. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. The timeless wisdom of the Golden Rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, holds a simple yet powerful truth. Treat others with kindness, respect, and empathy. Think about it. How would you like to be treated? We all want to be respected, understood, and valued. By extending these same qualities to others, we not only foster better relationships, but create a ripple effect of goodwill that enriches the entire community. The Stoic secrets teach us that our actions speak louder than words. When you show compassion, when you treat people with the kindness you wish to receive, it's like planting seeds that will grow into trust, cooperation, and a positive environment. Imagine the impact you could make in your own life if you made this a daily practice. It's not always easy, especially when others may not act the same way toward you. But remember, the power lies in choosing how you respond. Think about someone in your life. Are there ways you can show them more respect or understanding today? Just like Denzel Washington often reminds us through his words and actions, it's our ability to lead with empathy and integrity that can inspire others and create lasting change. Treating others as you wish to be treated doesn't just improve your relationships. It transforms your entire environment. Let this Stoic principle guide you, and watch how your actions shape the world around you. Law 31. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. In a world where lies, even small ones, are often used to avoid discomfort or conflict, it's easy to forget the power of truth. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely observed, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows," pointing out that living authentically is key to growth. When we lie, we create unnecessary complexity, needing to remember the details of each falsehood, which inevitably leads to stress and confusion. On the other hand, when we embrace honesty, we free ourselves from the burden of keeping track of contradictions. The truth simplifies life, removes the anxiety of remembering what was said, and builds trust with others. People deeply respect those who are transparent and truthful, even when honesty brings uncomfortable realities to the surface. By practicing modern Stoicism, we learn that living in truth doesn't only align us with moral integrity, but also brings peace and authenticity to our lives. The truth reduces stress, fosters genuine connections, and creates a more rewarding existence. In the long run, honesty doesn't just make life simpler, it makes it more meaningful, as it aligns us with our true selves and removes the falsehoods that complicate our inner and outer worlds. When you speak the truth, you gain freedom from the complexities of deception and open the door to a life that is more genuine, more fulfilling, and more at peace. Law 32. Life isn't fair, but it's still good. Life is full of challenges, disappointments, and injustices that can feel overwhelming. Whether it's facing an unexpected setback, missing out on an opportunity, or simply experiencing the harsh realities of life, it's easy to feel that life is unfair. But as modern Stoicism teaches us, fairness is not the governing principle of the world. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once reminded us, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Life doesn't always give us what we think we deserve, but that doesn't mean we can't make the most of it. It's crucial to understand that every hardship can also bring growth and new opportunities, even if it's hard to see at the moment. No matter how unfair life may seem at times, there are always moments of beauty, love, and learning to be found. By focusing on the good, however small, and refusing to be consumed by frustration or despair, we can shift our perspective and embrace life with a sense of gratitude. Life may not always be fair, but it still offers countless opportunities for personal development, joy, and connection. The key is to embrace life as it comes, acknowledging its challenges while also finding the silver lining in every situation. In doing so, we become stronger and more resilient, embodying the essence of modern Stoicism, which teaches us to accept what we cannot change and make the best of what we have. Even when life is not fair, it can still be good. Law 33. He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. If you're not courageous enough to take risks, you will never accomplish anything of significance in life. We all have dreams and goals, but too often, fear of failure holds us back. The reality is, Without taking risks, there can be no reward. Think about the times when you've made real progress. Weren't they the moments when you stepped outside your comfort zone? Whether it's starting a new job, pursuing a passion project, or making a life-changing decision, every achievement comes from someone deciding to take that leap. Courage doesn't mean being fearless. It means moving forward in spite of fear. Even Denzel Washington, a man who has faced countless challenges in his career, speaks about the power of overcoming fear and taking action. And the same goes for you. Life's too short to play it safe all the time. Every risk you take opens new doors, offering experiences and opportunities you never could have imagined from the safety of the sidelines. The Stoic secrets tell us that real growth comes from embracing uncertainty, facing challenges head-on, and having the courage to push through obstacles. Think about your own life. Are there areas where you've been holding back due to fear? What might you achieve if you took that risk? Remember, it's the bold actions you take today that lay the foundation for success tomorrow. So don't let fear paralyze you. Embrace it and step forward into the unknown. The rewards on the other side are waiting. Law 34. Don't trust words, trust actions. One of the most valuable Stoic secrets is understanding that words alone cannot be trusted. It's actions that truly reveal a person's character. Think about it. How many times have you heard someone make a promise only to see them fall short? Words are easy, but actions are hard. This is why the Stoics emphasize the importance of focusing on what people do, not what they say. It's in the follow-through, the consistency, and the effort where true trust is built. Consider the story of a well-known entrepreneur who, despite facing numerous setbacks, always kept his word to his employees. His actions through tough times earned him their respect and loyalty, far beyond any promises he could have made. Have you ever been let down by someone who spoke grandly but didn't follow through? That's where the lesson lies. When you focus on actions, you're not only protecting yourself from disappointment, but also ensuring that your relationships are built on solid ground. After all, actions reveal sincerity, commitment, and integrity, while words can often be empty or misleading. Trust is earned through what people do, and it's the repeated positive actions that create lasting results. Ask yourself, are you placing too much value on empty promises? Are you allowing words to cloud your judgment? Instead, let your trust be earned through consistent actions and watch your relationships and results improve. This, my friend, is one of the true Stoic secrets. Actions speak louder than words, and it's through action that trust is solidified. Law 35. Do yourself a favor. Get rich. Life gets easier with money, not time. While money is not the key to happiness, it undeniably plays a significant role in making life easier. Financial stability provides the freedom to focus on what truly matters, your health, your relationships, and your personal goals, without the constant anxiety of financial insecurity. Modern Stoicism teaches us to understand that while we cannot control everything in life, we do have the power to create our own circumstances through our actions, including financial ones. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy freedom, the freedom to be present in the moments that matter most, the freedom to explore your potential without the constant worry about how to pay the bills. When you are financially secure, you can focus on growth, helping others, and pursuing the things that truly bring joy and fulfillment. Getting rich doesn't necessarily mean amassing a fortune, but achieving financial security allows you to live comfortably, pursue your passions, and enjoy the fruits of your labor. In modern life, we are often reminded that time is precious, but financial stability can make it easier to use that time wisely. When financial stress is minimized, you are free to invest in what really matters, build meaningful relationships, and explore your potential in ways that might otherwise seem impossible. Money is a tool, and when used wisely, it can create opportunities for personal growth and deeper satisfaction, allowing you to live a life driven by purpose rather than by financial strain. Embrace this truth, and you'll see how much easier life becomes when you're financially free. Law 36. If you can survive your own thoughts, you can survive anything. The truth is, our minds are powerful. They can be either our greatest allies or our harshest enemies. The inner dialogue we have with ourselves shapes how we perceive and navigate the world. When stress and adversity strike, how we handle our thoughts determines whether we rise or fall. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In modern life, where challenges constantly arise, whether in our careers, relationships, or personal health, the ability to manage your thoughts is essential. The key is understanding that while you can't always control what happens around you, you can control how you respond. Imagine the power of mastering your thoughts during difficult times. By shifting from negativity to resilience, you equip yourself with the strength to face anything with calm and confidence. Modern Stoicism teaches us that true control is not about avoiding hardship, but about strengthening the mind to thrive in it. Negative thoughts may creep in, but when you train yourself to confront them head-on, you unlock a limitless potential. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to refine your mindset, and with each step, you become more resilient, more capable, and more unstoppable. So ask yourself, what would happen if you focused on mastering your thoughts instead of letting them control you? The journey to inner strength begins with the realization that your mind is the most powerful tool you have. Law 37. If they don't appreciate you, they don't deserve you. One of the most important Stoic secrets is recognizing your own worth and refusing to settle for anything less than respect and appreciation. Think about it. How many times have you poured your time and effort into someone or something only to feel taken for granted or undervalued? It's a painful experience, and it's a sign that those people may not deserve your energy. As Denzel Washington once said, "You don't have to be afraid to fail. It's your journey. You're going to have the scars to show for it." You are on your own unique journey, and you deserve to be surrounded by people who respect and appreciate you. Just like the story of a successful artist who was constantly overlooked by galleries and critics but never gave up. He knew his worth, kept working, and eventually found people who truly valued his work. The same goes for you. If someone doesn't appreciate your time, effort, or presence, they don't deserve you. It's important to recognize your value and to stop investing in relationships that drain you or make you feel invisible. Modern Stoicism teaches us to maintain healthy boundaries and prioritize those who lift us up. There are people out there who will see your worth and cherish you for who you are. Those are the people you should focus on. So, ask yourself, are you giving your energy to people who truly value you, or are you settling for less than you deserve? Embrace the Stoic secret of self-respect and surround yourself with those who truly appreciate your presence. Your time and energy are precious. Don't waste them on those who fail to see your worth. Law 38. Learn to heal without venting to everyone. In the modern world, it's natural to feel the need to share your struggles with others, but constantly venting about your problems can often leave you feeling worse and trapped in a cycle of negativity. While it might seem comforting to talk through every frustration, modern Stoicism teaches us that true healing comes from within. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Rather than constantly airing your grievances to everyone around you, take time to reflect on your challenges privately, allowing yourself space to process emotions and find solutions. Not every problem needs an audience. Sometimes the most powerful healing occurs in solitude, when you focus on understanding yourself and seeking inner peace. By processing emotions internally, you take control of your healing journey, rather than relying on others to fix what is broken within you. This doesn't mean avoiding support altogether, but rather learning to approach your struggles with a mindset of growth and self-reliance. When you make a habit of healing quietly, you cultivate the strength and clarity that venting to others often fails to provide. Modern Stoicism encourages this internal resilience, reminding us that true peace comes from within, and that we hold the power to control our reactions, not the circumstances around us. Taking the time to reflect and heal privately ultimately gives you the strength to move forward with confidence, without being weighed down by constant external validation. By embracing this quiet process of healing, you empower yourself to transform setbacks into stepping stones for personal growth. Law 39. Achieve nothing from nobody. Everything comes to you at the right time. Everything comes to you at the right time. In today's fast-paced world, we often feel the pressure to hurry, to force things into existence, believing that speed equals success. However, this rush can lead to frustration and disappointment, as it goes against the natural flow of life. The Stoic philosopher Seneca reminds us, "True happiness is to be found in the life we live, not in the things we rush to achieve." Life moves in its own rhythm, and there is a natural timing for everything. While it's crucial to take action and pursue our goals, it's just as important to trust the process and allow things to unfold as they are meant to. Trying to push for results before the right time can lead to unnecessary stress and dissatisfaction. Have you ever found yourself pursuing something before you were truly ready, only to realize that patience could have been your greatest ally? By embracing modern Stoicism, we understand that forcing outcomes often only hinders progress. Trusting the journey and the timing of life can help alleviate the anxiety of wanting things now. Sometimes, the greatest achievements come when we stop rushing and let the process work itself out. Patience is a powerful key to unlocking success and fulfillment, and in learning to embrace it, we allow life to surprise us in the best possible ways. Law 40. Failure is a bruise, not a tattoo. One of the most powerful Stoic secrets is understanding that failure is not something that defines us. It's merely a bruise, not a tattoo. We've all faced setbacks in life, and in those moments, it's easy to feel like we're not good enough or that we've hit a dead end. But remember this: failure isn't permanent. Just like a bruise, it hurts, but it heals over time. The key is not to let it become a scar that shapes how you see yourself or your future. Take, for example, the story of a young entrepreneur who failed multiple times before his breakthrough. Each failure stung, but instead of dwelling on them, he used those experiences to learn and grow. He understood that every failure brought him closer to success. Have you ever faced a setback that made you question your path? Maybe you tried something new and failed. But as the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Failure is a challenge, yes, but it is also an opportunity to improve and refine your approach. Rather than seeing it as something that holds you back, see it as a step forward in disguise. Use the pain of failure as fuel to push you toward growth and betterment. By embracing failure, learning from it, and moving forward with resilience, you embody one of the true Stoic secrets. Growth is born from adversity. Don't let failure define you, let it refine you. Law 41. Avoid gossip at all costs. It's poison to your mind. It's poison to your mind. Gossiping may seem like an easy way to connect with others, but in reality, it poisons your mind and the environment around you. It breeds negativity, mistrust, and toxic energy that harms both you and those involved. Engaging in gossip not only damages the reputation of others, but often spreads false or misleading information, creating unnecessary drama and distraction. As modern Stoicism teaches us, we must focus on what we can control, and gossiping is a distraction that wastes precious time and emotional energy. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." Instead of engaging in harmful chatter about others, focus on your own growth and actions that reflect your values. By avoiding gossip, you protect your integrity, creating space for meaningful, positive conversations that uplift others and help foster an environment of trust and respect. When you stop participating in gossip, you begin to build a reputation based on your character, not the negativity of others. Choosing not to gossip means choosing to be part of the solution rather than the problem, focusing on growth and constructive dialogue that encourages others. In modern life, this means turning away from the destructive habits of judgment and criticism and focusing instead on how we can improve ourselves and lift others up. Gossip may feel tempting, but embracing the wisdom of modern Stoicism reminds us that true strength lies in positive, supportive connections, not in tearing others down behind their backs. Law 42. The root of all suffering is attachment. In life, we often find ourselves attached to specific outcomes, people, or material possessions, and this attachment can cause us immense pain when things don't go as planned. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius reminds us, loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. This is a powerful reminder that life is in constant motion and nothing stays the same. When we cling too tightly to how we want things to be, whether it's an ideal relationship, a dream job, or even a material possession, we set ourselves up for disappointment. The more we attach ourselves to fixed outcomes, the more we open the door to suffering. In today's world, where expectations often run high, letting go of these attachments can feel incredibly freeing. The key is not to give up on your goals, but to detach from the rigid expectations of how they must manifest. Modern Stoicism teaches us that by relinquishing the need for control over everything, we allow ourselves to experience life with a sense of peace and freedom. When we stop clinging to specific results, we open ourselves to life's natural flow, finding contentment in the present moment. This doesn't mean we stop striving or stop caring about our relationships or possessions. It means we release the need for them to fulfill us in ways beyond their natural purpose. By doing so, we gain peace, trusting that things will work out when the time is right. So, ask yourself, what might happen if you let go of your attachments today and allowed life to unfold without forcing it? Law 43. Time always exposes what you truly mean to someone. One of the most important Stoic secrets is understanding that time reveals the true nature of relationships. You see, actions speak louder than words, and when it comes to how much someone values you, time is one of the most honest indicators. Think about it. When someone truly cares about you, they'll make time for you. It's as simple as that. In today's fast-paced world, we all have endless demands on our time, so when someone chooses to spend their time with you, it shows where you stand in their life. Take the example of a friend who always made time for you during your struggles, showing up without needing an invitation. Contrast that with someone who only shows up when it's convenient for them. The difference is clear. What does how people spend their time say about their commitment to you? As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "Time is the most valuable thing a man can spend." If someone truly values you, they will consistently demonstrate it, not just with words, but with their actions over time. Why settle for those who only give you their time when it suits them? The Stoic secret here is simple. If someone doesn't prioritize you with their time, they probably don't value you as much as you deserve. Learn to recognize your worth and don't settle for less. Let time be your guide and surround yourself with people who demonstrate, through their time and efforts, that you truly matter. Law 44. Stress is temporary, but the lessons you learn from it can last a lifetime. Stress is an unavoidable part of life, particularly when we are striving toward big goals or navigating difficult situations. In these moments, stress can feel overwhelming, often consuming our thoughts and emotions. However, modern Stoicism teaches us that stress, like all things, is temporary. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." What remains long after the stressful period has passed are the valuable lessons we learn. Each challenge we face offers an opportunity for growth, resilience, and deeper understanding. When we embrace these moments of pressure, we gain the tools needed to handle future difficulties with greater ease and wisdom. Rather than seeing stress as something to be avoided at all costs, we should view it as a powerful teacher, shaping our mental fortitude. These moments of discomfort provide us with the mental strength necessary to navigate life's unpredictable nature. By reflecting on what we can learn from these challenges, we prepare ourselves for future obstacles with greater clarity and confidence. The more we embrace stress as an opportunity for personal development, the more equipped we become to face life's inevitable pressures. Modern Stoicism reminds us that our response to stress is what shapes us in the end. It's not the absence of pressure that leads to growth, but how we rise above it and learn to manage it effectively. By choosing to learn from stressful experiences, we build lasting resilience that helps us thrive, no matter what life throws our way. Law 45. If someone is trying to bring you down, they are already below you. When people try to tear others down, it often stems from their own insecurities or frustrations. Their negative actions reflect their dissatisfaction, not your value. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In modern life, we are often faced with criticism or negativity from others, but it's essential to recognize that these actions are more about them than about you. People who seek to diminish others are often struggling with their own unhappiness, and their attempts to drag you down are simply a reflection of their inability to deal with their own issues. Rather than reacting with anger or retaliation, modern Stoicism teaches us to rise above such behavior. By maintaining your integrity, confidence, and self-respect, you show that their attempts to hurt you have no power. Remember, those who focus on bringing others down are already beneath you in terms of maturity and character. Instead of engaging in the negativity, focus on your path, your goals, and your own growth. Don't let their words or actions distract you from your journey. Keep moving forward with grace and confidence, knowing that they are already where they are and you are on a much higher road. Keep your focus on the positive and continue to rise, because those who seek to pull you down are the ones stuck in their own struggles. Law 46. Money isn't everything in life, but it can help you solve a lot of problems. One of the most valuable Stoic secrets is understanding that while money isn't everything, it can certainly help solve a lot of problems. We all know that money can't buy happiness or fulfillment, but it can ease some of life's toughest challenges. Think about it. When you're financially secure, you don't have to constantly worry about how you'll pay the bills or make ends meet. This freedom allows you to focus on what truly matters: your dreams, your goals, and your personal growth. Take the example of a small business owner who, after years of struggling, finally achieved financial stability. With that security, they could focus on expanding their vision, helping their community, and investing in personal development. How often have you felt the stress of financial strain hold you back from pursuing your true potential? As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Money, when managed wisely, provides not just comfort, but the freedom to grow and make a difference. It gives you the opportunity to help others, access resources, and make choices that improve your life and the lives of those around you. While material wealth shouldn't be your main focus, ignoring the power of financial stability is unrealistic. The Stoic secret here is simple. Be mindful of your finances, use the opportunities money provides wisely, and let it help you create a stress-free, fulfilling life. Law 47. No matter how smart, successful, and good-looking you are, nobody likes arrogance. Humility is everything. Humility is everything. Arrogance, often a mask for underlying insecurity, can be an obstacle to genuine connections, no matter how accomplished or attractive you may be. Modern Stoicism teaches that true strength lies in humility, not in boasting or seeking validation. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Humility allows you to create space for others to feel comfortable around you and fosters meaningful relationships. When you are humble, you show that you value others just as much as yourself, and you open the door for honest communication and growth. In contrast, arrogance tends to close off opportunities for learning and self-improvement, as it blocks the feedback needed to grow. People are naturally drawn to those who are kind, approachable, and willing to listen, not to those who elevate themselves above others. No matter how successful, beautiful, or intelligent you are, those qualities should be used to uplift and empower others, not to create a sense of superiority. Humility allows you to stay grounded, to recognize that there is always room for growth, and to build deeper, more fulfilling connections. In the long run, modern Stoicism shows us that it is humility, not arrogance, that will carry us further in both our personal and professional lives. The wisdom of humility helps us navigate life's challenges with grace and makes success truly meaningful. Law 48. Don't regret having a good heart. All good things come back and multiply. In a world that often seems to reward cynicism, self-interest, and coldness, it's easy to become disillusioned and shut yourself off from others. Yet, showing kindness and maintaining a good heart is one of the most powerful qualities you can possess. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." While it may feel at times that others take advantage of your generosity or that your kindness goes unnoticed, It's crucial to remember that the energy you put out into the world will eventually return to you. Modern Stoicism teaches us that the good we offer doesn't disappear, but instead it multiplies and finds its way back in unexpected forms, whether as love, support, or even new opportunities. People might disappoint you or take advantage of your goodwill, but this should not change your nature. When you act with integrity and kindness, you are planting seeds that will grow and yield fruit when the time is right. So, don't let the negativity or actions of others make you cynical. Keep your heart open, for the positive energy you invest in others will eventually come back to you, often in ways you least expect. Embrace this truth and trust that the universe rewards the goodness you contribute, even when it doesn't seem immediate. By continuing to lead with a good heart, you create a life rich with connection, fulfillment, and growth. Law 49. Don't feel guilty for doing what's best for you. One of the most empowering Stoic secrets is realizing that you shouldn't feel guilty for doing what's best for you. It's easy to feel guilty when you make decisions that prioritize your own well-being over the expectations or demands of others. But here's the truth. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish. It's essential. Just think about it. If you're constantly giving to others without replenishing yourself, eventually you'll run out of energy and strength to continue helping. A great modern example of this is the story of a successful entrepreneur who, after years of burnout, finally decided to take a break and prioritize his health. At first, he felt guilty for stepping back, but soon he realized that taking time for himself gave him the clarity and energy he needed to be more present for his family and his business. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the needs of others, only to realize that you were neglecting your own health and happiness? As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Prioritizing your own well-being doesn't mean you don't care about others. It means you're making sure you have the resources, energy, and mental clarity to support them in the long run. You can't pour from an empty cup. So don't apologize for setting boundaries, prioritizing your health, or saying no when it's necessary. When you make your well-being a priority, you are better equipped to help those around you. The Stoic secret here is simple. Take care of yourself without guilt, because only when you're at your best can you truly give your best to others. Law 50. Choose your friends wisely. The fastest way to become better is to surround yourself with better people. The people you spend your time with have an immense influence on your life, shaping your mindset, behavior, and even your success. If you desire personal growth, it's essential to be surrounded by individuals who challenge and inspire you, rather than those who encourage negativity or complacency. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "A friend to all is a friend to none." True friends are those who motivate you to push beyond your limits, believe in your potential, and hold you accountable. They create an environment that encourages growth, helping you become the best version of yourself. In contrast, toxic or unsupportive friends can drain your energy, diminish your confidence, and hinder your progress. This is why modern Stoicism emphasizes the importance of choosing your company wisely. Surround yourself with those who embody the qualities you wish to cultivate in yourself, whether that's ambition, integrity, kindness, or perseverance. These are the people who will encourage you to pursue your goals, celebrate your successes, and challenge you to overcome obstacles. The energy you give and receive from your inner circle will either propel you forward or hold you back. Therefore, be intentional about the relationships you nurture. Choose friends who align with your values and aspirations and who push you to become a better person. In modern life, this principle is more important than ever, as we are constantly bombarded with distractions and negativity. By surrounding yourself with people who elevate you, you create an environment where growth, success, and happiness can flourish. We're halfway there, and your perseverance is amazing. Keep that momentum going. Comment, "Keep going," if you're ready to move forward, and "I'm ready" to show your determination. And don't forget, the best is yet to come. Stay with us until the end for 3 surprising rules that might change your perspective. Law 51. Be loyal or stay single. That's simple. Be loyal or stay single. Loyalty is an essential foundation for any meaningful relationship, whether it's romantic, familial, or within friendships. In a world filled with distractions and fleeting attractions, true commitment requires a deep sense of loyalty. The Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely said, "Loyalty is a noble quality, and we should cultivate it in all our relationships." If you cannot be fully loyal, it may be better to focus on your personal growth rather than engaging in relationships where trust is not solid. Loyalty goes beyond just faithfulness in romantic connections. It's about being reliable, dependable, and keeping your word in all areas of life. Without loyalty, relationships lack the trust and depth necessary for them to thrive. If you're unable to commit fully, you may find that your relationships will remain superficial, leaving both parties feeling unfulfilled. In modern Stoicism, we learn that loyalty is an expression of respect and care for others, demonstrating that you value those around you through your actions. Think about the relationships that matter most to you. Are you being loyal to those who rely on you? Are you investing in them with the same dedication you seek from others? By staying true to your commitments and offering unwavering support, you build stronger, more meaningful connections. Loyalty, not just in words but in actions, creates trust, and with trust comes a deeper bond that stands the test of time. Law 52. Expect nothing, appreciate everything. One of the most important Stoic secrets is learning to expect nothing and appreciate everything. We all know the feeling when you set high expectations for people, situations, or even life itself. It often leads to disappointment. When things don't go as planned, frustration sets in. But imagine approaching life differently. Instead of having expectations, why not adopt an open mind and a heart full of gratitude? By appreciating what you have and the people around you, you begin to see life's blessings in a new light. Take the story of a successful entrepreneur who, after years of chasing goals and striving for more, realized that true happiness wasn't in the next promotion or big deal, but in appreciating small moments, family dinners, quiet mornings, simple acts of kindness. What if you started practicing gratitude, focusing on what you have rather than what you lack? When you expect nothing, you open yourself up to surprises, and life's little blessings start to feel much bigger. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Expecting nothing means you stop setting yourself up for disappointment and instead embrace contentment. By shifting your focus to gratitude, you allow peace to settle in. The Stoic secret here is clear. The less you expect, the more you'll appreciate, and the more joy you'll find in everyday moments. So, the next time things don't go your way, remember this. Life has a way of surprising you when you least expect it, and there's always something to be grateful for. Law 53. Be grateful for the little things in your life. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful practices for enhancing mental health and increasing overall happiness. In our fast-paced world, we often overlook the small blessings, quiet moments, thoughtful gestures, or even small victories. But when we focus on these, we begin to realize just how much goodness already surrounds us. Modern Stoicism teaches us to be present and appreciative of the things that matter most, which often aren't the grand accomplishments we chase, but the everyday moments that can easily be overlooked. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When we shift our focus to appreciating the little things, we invite abundance into our lives, fostering joy and a sense of fulfillment, even on difficult days. Gratitude helps us turn what we already have into enough, breaking free from the constant pursuit of more and refocusing our minds from scarcity to abundance. This shift in mindset is essential for cultivating lasting peace and contentment, allowing us to embrace the present moment instead of anxiously waiting for future rewards. By taking the time each day to acknowledge and express gratitude for the simple blessings around us, we build a foundation of positivity that supports our mental well-being. In practicing modern Stoicism, we realize that true happiness isn't found in seeking perfection or external validation, but in recognizing and appreciating the small things in life. It's these moments, when fully embraced, that add richness and meaning to our lives, reminding us that joy can be found in the present, not just the future. Law 54. Never take anything personally. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality. Law 54 teaches us to never take anything personally. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality. When we internalize the judgments or criticisms of others, we invite unnecessary emotional pain into our lives. The truth is, when people react negatively, they are projecting their own thoughts, frustrations, and unresolved emotions onto us, not reflecting who we are. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In modern life, where social media and personal interactions can easily trigger hurtful remarks, it becomes crucial to realize that these reactions are not about us. When you learn to detach from other people's opinions, you stop letting their reality dictate your emotional response. This allows you to maintain peace and focus on your journey, free from the negativity of others. By practicing this form of emotional resilience, you can preserve your inner calm and stay true to your values, without being swayed by external judgment. When we stop taking things personally, we reclaim our power, realizing that we are in control of how we choose to respond. This approach not only helps in maintaining mental clarity, but strengthens emotional endurance. In embracing modern Stoicism, we understand that others' actions are not an accurate reflection of our worth, but a glimpse into their inner struggles. Free yourself from their projections, and you will experience a greater sense of self-empowerment, navigating life with a clear, unwavering sense of who you are. Law 55. Be forgiving, be understanding, but do not be a fool. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful tools you can use to free yourself from emotional burdens. Holding on to resentment, anger, or grudges may feel justified at the time, but in the end, it only harms you, not the person who wronged you. However, forgiveness does not mean excusing bad behavior or allowing people to hurt you repeatedly. It means releasing the negative energy that holds you captive, allowing you to move forward. For instance, imagine a colleague who continually takes credit for your work. It's understandable to feel betrayed, but holding on to that resentment will only weigh you down. Forgiving them doesn't mean tolerating their behavior. It means letting go of the grip they have on your emotions. In life, we must practice both understanding and compassion, but we must also be wise enough to protect ourselves. It's important to recognize when someone is genuinely remorseful and when their behavior will likely repeat itself. Forgiveness opens the door to healing, but wisdom ensures we don't make ourselves vulnerable to future harm. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This means forgiving, but not allowing others to take advantage of your kindness. Always protect your peace, but never be a fool. Forgiveness is your gift to yourself. Self-respect is your gift to your future. Understand the balance between forgiveness and self-protection. Forgiving others helps you move forward, but wisdom ensures you don't invite harm again. Law 57. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. One of the hardest truths in life is learning to trust actions over words. We often want to believe the best in people, especially when they promise to change or show us glimpses of their potential. But as the Stoics knew well, people reveal their true character through their actions, not their words. Think of someone in your life who has shown you their true colors multiple times. Maybe it's a friend who always promises to be there for you, but regularly cancels plans or doesn't follow through. It's easy to excuse their behavior, hoping they'll change, but their actions have already spoken louder than any words. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. Trusting someone's actions over their promises can save you from unnecessary heartache. If their behavior doesn't align with your values, it might be time to walk away. As Maya Angelou famously said, "When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time." The Stoic secret here is to trust what is evident in front of you, not the idealized version of a person you hope they will become. Don't waste time convincing yourself otherwise when their actions already tell you everything you need to know. Trust is earned through consistency, not empty promises. Trust people's actions, not just their words. Recognize the truth early and make decisions that protect your well-being. Law 58. Your self-respect has to be stronger than your feelings. Self-respect is the foundation of a fulfilling life. Your emotions, while powerful, can sometimes push you to act in ways that don't align with your values or the person you want to be. In moments of anger, frustration, or sadness, it might feel natural to lash out or make decisions in the heat of the moment, but the Stoic secret is that your self-respect must always be stronger than your emotions. Think about a situation where you were tempted to act impulsively. Maybe you were angry at someone and were about to say something hurtful. In that moment, your emotions might have been in control, but self-respect helps you pause, breathe, and choose a better path. Maintaining your self-respect means staying true to your character, even when emotions are high. For instance, a leader may face moments of stress or pressure, but maintains their composure, acting with integrity rather than reacting emotionally. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has little, but he who desires more, that is poor." This teaches us that by valuing our own dignity and staying true to our principles, we protect our peace and integrity. When your self-respect guides your decisions, you'll always feel stronger, regardless of the situation. Let your self-respect guide your actions, especially in times of emotional turmoil. Your decisions will reflect your true character, helping you build a life of integrity. Law 59. Don't let success go to your head. Don't let failure go to your heart. Success and failure are both fleeting. They come and go, but the way you respond to them can have a lasting impact on your life. The Stoics understood that maintaining a balanced mindset, regardless of external circumstances, was the key to true peace. When you achieve success, it can be tempting to let the praise and accolades go to your head, believing that you are invincible. However, staying grounded is essential. Similarly, failure can feel devastating, especially when you've invested so much time and effort into a project. But it's important not to let failure consume you. Instead of allowing failure to define you, embrace it as part of the learning process. Think of an athlete who wins a championship. They don't let the victory cloud their judgment or distract them from their next challenge. Likewise, when they face setbacks, they don't let failure destroy their confidence. The Stoic secret here is to maintain humility in success and resilience in failure. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Success should be celebrated with gratitude, and failure should be viewed as an opportunity to grow. Stay humble in success and resilient in failure. Both are temporary, but how you respond shapes your long-term journey. Law 60. The best way to respect yourself is to discipline yourself. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of long-term success, and it's one of the most crucial traits you can cultivate in life. Without discipline, it's easy to get sidetracked by distractions, procrastination, and short-term temptations. But when you make decisions rooted in self-discipline, you are actively choosing to prioritize your long-term goals over fleeting pleasures. Think about the successful athletes or business leaders who achieve greatness not by luck, but by consistently making disciplined choices each day. Discipline doesn't mean being overly harsh on yourself. It's about making intentional decisions that align with your values. For example, consider a student who resists the urge to party the night before a big exam and instead chooses to study. That one decision, repeated over time, builds not only knowledge but a sense of self-respect. The more disciplined you become, the more control you gain over your life, and the more likely you are to see meaningful progress. When your actions reflect your long-term aspirations, you'll notice that not only do you achieve your goals, but you also grow stronger and more resilient along the way. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Remember, self-discipline isn't about restrictions, it's about freedom. Freedom to live life on your own terms and to be the best version of yourself. Cultivate self-discipline by making intentional, value-driven decisions that align with your long-term goals. With consistency, you'll build control and achieve meaningful success. Law 61. If you are a giver, remember to learn your limits, because the takers don't have any. Generosity is a beautiful quality, but it's essential to understand that giving without boundaries can lead to burnout. Many people have a giving nature, whether it's offering time, money, or emotional support. However, not everyone appreciates or reciprocates this kindness. Givers can find themselves drained by people who constantly take without giving anything back. For example, imagine a friend who frequently asks for favors, emotional support, or help without ever considering your own needs. You might feel obligated to help because that's just who you are, but over time, this can lead to exhaustion and resentment. Learning to set limits is key. One of the most valuable lessons a giver can learn is when to say no and protect their energy. Takers rarely recognize when they've pushed you beyond your limits, so it's up to you to set healthy boundaries. A great example is a mentor who spends hours guiding others, but eventually learns to balance their generosity by saying no when it's necessary. They realize that by setting limits, they can continue to help others in a sustainable way without losing themselves in the process. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "You can't have a good life if you let others treat you poorly." While generosity is important, protecting your own well-being is crucial. Learn your limits, set boundaries, and practice sustainable giving to maintain your energy and health. Law 61. If you are a giver, Remember to learn your limits because the takers don't have any. Generosity is a beautiful quality, but it's essential to understand that giving without boundaries can lead to burnout. Many people have a giving nature, whether it's offering time, money, or emotional support. However, not everyone appreciates or reciprocates this kindness. Givers can find themselves drained by people who constantly take without giving anything back. For example, imagine a friend who frequently asks for favors, emotional support, or help without ever considering your own needs. You might feel obligated to help because that's just who you are, but over time, this can lead to exhaustion and resentment. Learning to set limits is key. One of the most valuable lessons a giver can learn is when to say no and protect their energy. Takers rarely recognize when they've pushed you beyond your limits, so it's up to you to set healthy boundaries. A great example is a mentor who spends hours guiding others, but eventually learns to balance their generosity by saying no when it's necessary. They realize that by setting limits, they can continue to help others in a sustainable way, without losing themselves in the process. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "You can't have a good life if you let others treat you poorly." While generosity is important, protecting your own well-being is crucial. Learn your limits, set boundaries, and practice sustainable giving to maintain your energy and health. Law 62. Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. There's often a temptation to over-explain ourselves when we feel misunderstood or want to justify our actions. We explain, clarify, and defend, hoping that others will see things our way. But in reality, most people only hear what aligns with their own beliefs or expectations. Think about a time when you tried to explain yourself in detail, only to feel frustrated as the other person remained fixed in their own perspective. The more you explain, the more you risk opening yourself up to criticism or misunderstanding. Instead of over-explaining, consider standing firm in your decisions with confidence. When you are clear about your choices and are confident in them, others will respect you more than if you were constantly justifying your every move. Take the example of a manager who confidently makes a decision without feeling the need to explain every detail. This demonstrates self-assurance and clarity, earning respect from their team. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Trust that your actions and decisions speak louder than words. By focusing on what you believe is right, you avoid the trap of seeking external validation or approval. Instead of over-explaining, stand confidently in your decisions. People will respect your clarity and self-assurance more than any lengthy justification. Law 63. Accept criticism, but never accept disrespect. Criticism is a natural part of life, and when it's constructive, it can be an opportunity for growth. However, there's a significant difference between constructive criticism and disrespect. The former helps you improve, while the latter only seeks to belittle or hurt. For instance, think of a colleague who offers feedback on your work in a respectful, helpful way. You might feel a little uncomfortable, but this feedback gives you an opportunity to learn and improve. On the other hand, if someone criticizes you with malicious intent or belittles you in front of others, that's disrespect. The Stoic secret here is learning how to separate the two. While you should always be open to constructive criticism, you should never tolerate disrespect. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If you allow others to disrespect you, it can erode your self-esteem. Stand firm in your boundaries, accept helpful criticism with grace, and don't allow anyone to treat you poorly." Embrace constructive criticism as a tool for growth, but never tolerate disrespect. Protect your self-worth and maintain boundaries that honor your dignity. Law 64. Never give up on something you really want. It's difficult to wait, but it's more difficult to regret. When you pursue a meaningful goal, the journey is rarely smooth. Obstacles, setbacks, and self-doubt often arise, making it tempting to quit. But the Stoic secret is simple: never give up on something you truly want, no matter how difficult the path may seem. Think of a person working on a dream, whether it's a writer struggling to finish a manuscript or an entrepreneur trying to launch a business. The road is filled with frustration, rejection, and obstacles, but those who persevere eventually see their efforts pay off. Remember, success doesn't happen overnight, and persistence is often what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who quit too soon. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." Success requires patience, hard work, and resilience. The frustration of waiting for success can feel unbearable, but the regret of not trying will haunt you far more. Keep pushing forward, trusting that your efforts will lead you to the fulfillment you seek. Don't give up on what you truly want, no matter how difficult it gets. Perseverance is the key to turning your dreams into reality, and the regret of giving up will always be worse than the struggle. Law 65. When you are angry, stay silent. Anger is a powerful emotion, but it can often cloud your judgment and lead to decisions you might regret. In moments of intense anger, it's important to resist the urge to speak or act impulsively. When we are angry, we often say things we don't mean or act in ways that hurt others, and the consequences can linger long after the anger has passed. Think of a situation where a heated argument caused lasting damage to a relationship because emotions took over. The Stoic secret here is to remain silent when anger arises. By staying silent, you give yourself time to cool down, reflect, and respond thoughtfully. For instance, if someone insults you in the heat of the moment, pausing before reacting can prevent you from escalating the situation or saying something hurtful. This pause allows you to maintain your dignity and control your emotions. The ability to manage anger with grace is a powerful tool in protecting your relationships and inner peace. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen twice as much as we speak." Silence in moments of anger is a form of wisdom, giving you the space to respond with intention rather than reacting impulsively. When anger rises, stay silent. Allow yourself time to reflect before responding, and protect your relationships and dignity by not letting emotions control your actions. Law 66. You have 3 choices in life. You can watch things happen, make things happen, or wonder what the hell happened. Life offers us 3 distinct choices: to passively watch things unfold, to take action and make things happen, or to wonder where it all went wrong when we didn't take action. The first choice, watching things happen, is the easiest path, but also the most unfulfilling. When you sit on the sidelines of your own life, you're not engaging with your future. You're letting life happen to you rather than making life happen for you. The second choice, making things happen, is about taking responsibility for your own destiny. This requires courage, effort, and a willingness to face challenges head-on. It's about actively pursuing your goals, learning from failures, and moving forward with resilience. The third choice, wondering what happened, is the regret you feel when you realize you didn't seize the opportunities that life presented. It's looking back and questioning why you didn't take action when you had the chance. The key to living a fulfilling life is to be proactive, to create the life you want, rather than waiting for it to unfold on its own. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." By focusing on what truly matters and taking control of your path, you avoid the trap of regret. To live a meaningful life, be the one who makes things happen. You'll never look back wondering what might have been if you had just acted. Law 67. Stay strong even when things begin to fall apart. In life, we all face moments when everything seems to fall apart. Personal crises, financial struggles, or the loss of something dear can feel overwhelming. During these times, it's easy to succumb to fear, doubt, and uncertainty, but it's precisely in these moments that our true strength is tested. Strength isn't just about physical endurance, it's about emotional resilience, staying grounded in the face of adversity and continuing to move forward even when things seem hopeless. These are the moments that shape us. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In times of difficulty, instead of allowing yourself to be consumed by the chaos around you, focus on what you can control. Take one step at a time, breathe deeply, and remember that this too shall pass. Even when life seems to crumble, there is an opportunity for growth. Challenges can teach us patience, resilience, and wisdom, and they often present a chance to transform ourselves in ways we never imagined. If you hold on and stay strong, you will look back and realize that those were the times that made you who you are, and you'll have gained the strength to face future struggles with even greater courage. Law 68. You're being judged. No matter what, so be who you want to be. No matter what you do or how hard you try to please others, you will always be judged. People's opinions are shaped by their own experiences, biases, and perceptions, and no matter how much you strive to meet their expectations, it will never be enough. This is why the most powerful choice you can make is to stop trying to please everyone and start focusing on being true to yourself. In modern life, especially with the rise of social media and constant comparison, the pressure to conform and meet external expectations can feel overwhelming. But the Stoic principle of living in accordance with nature teaches us that to be truly fulfilled, we must act in harmony with our own values and principles, not someone else's. As the philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." If you try to meet everyone's expectations, you risk losing your authentic self in the process. By embracing who you truly are and making choices based on your values, you create a life that is authentic and fulfilling. When you are true to yourself, you attract those who appreciate and resonate with your authenticity, creating deeper and more meaningful connections. The most fulfilling life is one lived for yourself, not for the approval of others. Law 69. You don't have to win every argument. Agree to disagree. In our interactions with others, disagreements are inevitable. Whether it's a difference of opinion at work, with friends, or within your family, arguments are a natural part of life. However, not every disagreement needs to become a battle. Sometimes the wisest and most peaceful approach is to agree to disagree. The goal isn't to win, but to understand and respect different perspectives. The Stoic philosopher Zeno of Citium reminds us, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." By listening actively and understanding that not everyone sees the world the same way you do, you can avoid unnecessary conflict. In today's world, where debates often escalate into heated arguments, agreeing to disagree allows for mutual respect and prevents frustration. Trying to win every argument only leads to tension, resentment, and division. Instead, focus on maintaining peace, listening with an open mind, and recognizing when it's time to let go of the need to prove a point. Embracing this mindset not only preserves relationships, but also brings a sense of inner peace. In the end, the most important thing is not to be right, but to be understanding. Here's your chance to show your commitment. If you're ready to set healthy boundaries, embrace growth, and stay strong no matter what, comment, "I'm committed," or "I'm ready." And don't stop there. Stay with us until the end of this video, because the final lessons will surprise you and just might change your outlook on life. Law 70. No regrets, just lessons. Regret is a powerful emotion, often serving as a barrier to growth. It's easy to look back at past choices, mistakes, and missed opportunities with a sense of longing, wishing we could undo them. However, regret can be paralyzing and ultimately unproductive, keeping us stuck in the past. The key to moving forward lies in shifting our mindset. Instead of regretting, we should focus on the lessons learned from those experiences. Each decision, whether it leads to success or failure, provides valuable insights that contribute to our growth. In fact, failure often teaches us more than success ever could. Life is not a straight path, but a journey of continuous learning and evolution. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Instead of dwelling on past mistakes, recognize them as stepping stones toward becoming the person you are today. Embrace the lessons they offer and let them fuel your personal development. By adopting this perspective, you free yourself from the burden of regret and empower yourself to move forward with confidence. Each day is an opportunity to make better decisions, armed with the wisdom gained from past experiences. With this mindset, you can cultivate a life where every moment, good or bad, serves to enrich your journey. The more you practice this, the less you will be burdened by regret, and the more you will appreciate the lessons life gives you. Law 71. No worries, just acceptance. Worry is an emotion that can drain us mentally and physically, especially when we dwell on things beyond our control. In today's fast-paced world, it's natural to feel anxious about the future, about uncertainties, or about outcomes we can't predict. However, constant worrying only adds to stress and clouds our judgment, making it harder to take productive action. Instead of worrying, we can choose acceptance, embracing the present moment as it is. Modern Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control everything that happens around us, but we can control how we respond. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Accepting the things we cannot change frees us from the grip of anxiety and allows us to focus on what we can control, our actions and attitudes. This doesn't mean giving up on our goals or resigning ourselves to defeat. It means releasing the need to control every outcome and trusting that the universe has its own rhythm. When we let go of worry and embrace acceptance, we are able to move forward with a clear mind, open to solutions rather than bogged down by fear. Acceptance brings peace, and peace gives us the clarity to make better decisions. If you find yourself overwhelmed by worry, remind yourself to shift your focus to the present moment, trusting that what will be, will be. By doing so, you free yourself from the cycle of stress and give yourself the space to live with greater serenity. Law 72. No expectations, just gratitude. Life rarely unfolds exactly how we expect it to. When we approach life with rigid expectations, thinking that things should go a certain way, we set ourselves up for disappointment. Expectations often create a mental checklist of how we think things should be, and when life doesn't align with that vision, frustration follows. Instead of expecting life to match our mental blueprint, we can adopt an attitude of gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, opening our eyes to the beauty and abundance in the present moment. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "A grateful mind is a great mind which eventually attracts to itself great things." Gratitude doesn't just help us appreciate what we have, it also helps us release attachment to specific outcomes. When we let go of expectations, we allow life to unfold as it will, without the stress of forcing things to fit a predetermined narrative. Life becomes less about achieving specific goals and more about enjoying the journey and appreciating the experiences we encounter along the way. By practicing gratitude, we open ourselves up to more joy and fulfillment, regardless of the circumstances. Gratitude enhances our emotional well-being, fostering resilience and helping us embrace life with an open heart. When we live with gratitude, we make space for life's surprises, finding joy even in the most unexpected moments. Letting go of expectations and embracing gratitude transforms how we experience the world, bringing peace and fulfillment into our lives. Law 73. Life is too short. Time is one of our most valuable resources, yet it's often easy to overlook just how fleeting it truly is. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to get caught up in tasks that don't align with our true values or bring us happiness. We chase after status, seek validation, or spend countless hours in negative habits, forgetting that life is meant to be lived fully and intentionally. Life is too short to waste on things that don't bring us joy or fulfillment. The Stoics emphasized the importance of living in accordance with nature, aligning our actions with what truly matters to us. Seneca famously said, "It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." When we focus on what truly brings us peace, fulfillment, and purpose, we make the most of the time we've been given. Don't wait for the perfect circumstances or the ideal moment to start pursuing your dreams. Start now. Every decision you make today shapes the future you're building. So, don't get caught in the trap of pleasing others or chasing empty goals. Instead, focus on what aligns with your values and makes you genuinely happy. Live each day as if it's a gift, because it is. Time is precious, and every moment is an opportunity to move closer to the life you truly desire. Don't wait for tomorrow. Make today count. Life is too short to not live authentically, with purpose and with intention. Law 74. The calmer you are, the clearer you think. In moments of stress or conflict, it's easy to lose our composure and make impulsive decisions. Whether it's a disagreement at work, a personal crisis, or a challenging situation, our emotions can cloud our judgment and prevent us from seeing things clearly. However, the ability to remain calm in the face of adversity is one of the most powerful tools we can develop. When we stay calm, our mind stays clear, and we can think rationally. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Calmness allows us to assess situations without panic, make better decisions, and respond with purpose rather than reacting impulsively. In contrast, panic and anxiety only lead to poor choices and unnecessary complications. By practicing calmness, we develop the ability to navigate even the most difficult situations with grace and insight. The calmer we are, the better we are able to understand the situation and choose the best course of action. This doesn't mean ignoring the emotions or challenges we face, but rather learning to respond to them with poise. When we master calmness, we empower ourselves to handle life's difficulties with clarity, making better decisions that serve our goals and well-being. In every challenging moment, remember that your ability to stay calm is a reflection of your inner strength and resilience. Law 75. Never regret a day in your life. Good days give happiness, bad days give experience, worst days give lessons, and best days give memories. Every day of our lives is valuable, whether filled with joy, hardship, or something in between. Instead of regretting past experiences, we should see each day for what it truly offers: lessons, experiences, and memories. The good days bring happiness, filling us with moments of joy and contentment that make life sweet. These days remind us of what is possible when things fall into place. But it's the bad days that offer us experience, showing us what we are truly made of. It's easy to appreciate life when everything is going well, but in difficult moments, we often gain a deeper understanding of ourselves, and those lessons shape our growth. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Even the worst days, the ones that seem unbearable at the time, give us lessons that we might not have learned otherwise. These lessons often become the foundation for resilience and wisdom, preparing us for future challenges. The best days, on the other hand, become treasured memories that we carry with us throughout life, shaping our perspective and reminding us of the richness of life. By embracing each day, good or bad, we create a life story that is meaningful and complete. When we stop regretting the past, we open ourselves to the full experience of life. Every moment, no matter how challenging, contributes to our journey, helping us grow and move forward with a greater understanding of who we are. Law 76. Life is a one-time offer. Use it well. Life is fleeting, and time is our most precious resource. Every moment is a gift, yet we often take time for granted, getting caught up in trivial concerns and putting off what really matters. We wait for the perfect time to chase our dreams or make changes, but the truth is, there is no perfect moment. There is only now. Life is a one-time offer, and we can't go back to redo moments that have passed. The Stoic philosopher Seneca taught, "It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Time waits for no one, and every moment spent in indecision, regret, or fear is time we can never get back. We must use our time wisely, focusing on what truly brings us joy, fulfillment, and purpose. Don't waste time on things that don't matter, whether it's chasing after status, pleasing others, or getting lost in negative habits. Instead, spend your time on what aligns with your values and brings you peace. Start living the life you desire today, not tomorrow. Take action, make decisions, and invest in the things that matter most. The more intentional you are with your time, the more you will create a life that feels meaningful and authentic. Life is too short to wait for the perfect moment. Make the most of each day and create the life you truly want. Time is the one thing we can never get back, so use it wisely. Law 77. Be yourself. People don't have to like you, and you don't have to care. In a world that often encourages conformity, the pressure to fit in and gain approval from others can be overwhelming. However, the truth is that no matter what you do, there will always be people who don't like you. And that's okay. You don't need to please everyone to be happy or fulfilled. The most important thing is to be true to yourself, to live authentically and in accordance with your values. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Be content with your life as it is, for what you do is enough." When you try to meet the expectations of others, you risk losing your true self. You become a version of who you think people want you to be, rather than embracing who you actually are. The freedom that comes from being yourself is priceless. When you stop caring about the opinions of others, you free yourself to live authentically and attract the right people into your life, those who respect and appreciate you for who you are. Don't waste energy trying to conform or seeking approval. Embrace your uniqueness and trust that the right people will come into your life because of it. Living authentically not only brings peace, but it also cultivates a life filled with deeper, more meaningful connections. When you are true to yourself, you will experience true freedom and fulfillment, and that is the most rewarding way to live. Law 78. Free yourself from society's advice. Most of them have no idea what they're doing. Society often imposes expectations on us, what we should do, what success should look like, and how we should live our lives. But much of this advice is based on outdated or limiting beliefs that don't always align with our true selves. Instead of following societal norms and the advice of others who may not have their own lives figured out, focus on what truly matters to you. The Stoic philosopher Zeno of Citium said, "Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems." Society often pressures us to follow a certain path, whether it's pursuing a traditional career, buying material things, or living a life that looks good on the outside. But the truth is, many of these societal rules don't lead to fulfillment or happiness. Instead, they can make us feel lost and disconnected from who we really are. Freeing yourself from the constraints of society's advice means trusting your instincts, creating your own path, and living according to your values. Focus on your passions, your goals, and your own vision for your life. When you stop worrying about what others think or following the conventional path, you free yourself to build a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. Trust your own judgment, question societal norms, and live in a way that is true to you. In doing so, you will create a life of purpose and authenticity that brings you the peace and fulfillment that society's expectations never could. 79. First, it hurts, then it makes you stronger. Pain, whether physical or emotional, is an inevitable part of life. It can feel overwhelming and at times unending, yet pain often serves as a precursor to growth. The Stoic philosopher Seneca reminds us, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." The pain we experience, though challenging, often teaches us valuable lessons that shape us into stronger, more resilient individuals. In the moment, it's easy to feel consumed by the pain, to question why we are enduring such hardship. However, with time, that pain often lessens and transforms into strength. Every difficult experience you go through builds your capacity to handle future challenges. The things that once hurt you may eventually become the sources of your greatest wisdom and strength. This understanding allows you to face pain with a new perspective, knowing that it is not permanent and that it will ultimately make you stronger. Instead of avoiding pain, embrace it as a necessary part of growth. Know that each challenge you face has the potential to shape you into a stronger, wiser person. In the end, pain is not a barrier, it's a bridge to greater resilience and strength. Law 80. Normalize walking some paths alone because goals are personal. Life is a journey, and no two paths are exactly the same. Your goals, aspirations, and dreams are uniquely yours, shaped by your values, experiences, and vision for the future. Yet society often expects us to conform, to seek validation or company as we pursue our ambitions. The reality, however, is that some paths must be walked alone. The solitude that comes with pursuing personal goals can be daunting, but it is also liberating. When you walk alone, you gain clarity, sharpen your focus, and eliminate distractions. You learn to trust your instincts, embrace your individuality, and take ownership of your decisions. Walking a solo path doesn't mean you're lonely or unsupported. Those who truly care about you will respect your choices, even if they don't fully understand them. On the other hand, seeking validation from everyone can dilute your vision and lead to compromises that pull you away from your true purpose. When you normalize walking alone, you reclaim the power to define your success on your own terms. A practical example of this lesson is seen in entrepreneurs or creatives who venture into uncharted territories. Steve Jobs, for instance, was often misunderstood for his relentless pursuit of innovation, yet his solitary focus on his vision changed the world. The lesson is clear: your goals are personal. Whether you're building a business, pursuing a creative endeavor, or transforming your life, don't shy away from solitude. It's often the fertile ground where great achievements are born. Law 81. The family you create is more important than the family you come from. Our biological families shape the foundation of who we are, but they don't always determine the relationships that truly support and fulfill us. As we grow, we realize that the people who matter most aren't necessarily those tied to us by blood, but those who choose to stand by us. The family you create, through friendships, partnerships, and shared experiences, becomes a vital source of love, strength, and growth. It's empowering to recognize that you have the ability to curate your inner circle. Toxic family dynamics can weigh heavily, and staying tied to harmful relationships out of obligation can hinder your emotional well-being. Prioritizing relationships that nurture your happiness and peace is an act of self-love. For instance, think about the friend who always shows up for you in times of need, or the partner who supports your dreams wholeheartedly. These are the people who form the family you create, a family built on mutual respect, love, and shared values. A powerful example comes from a man who grew up in a dysfunctional household. As an adult, he surrounded himself with friends and mentors who believed in him, celebrated his successes, and offered guidance during challenges. This chosen family provided the stability and encouragement he never received growing up, enabling him to build a fulfilling life. The key lesson is this: family is not just about where you come from, but also about where you're going. Choose to invest in relationships that uplift you and let go of those that drag you down. In creating a family of your own, you're building a network of love and support that reflects the person you aspire to be. Focus on the connections that matter, because the family you create will ultimately define your happiness. Law 82. Life is short, live it. Life is fleeting, and each passing moment is an opportunity that will never come again. Yet, so many of us get trapped in routines, waiting for the perfect time to chase dreams, take risks, or experience joy. The truth is, there is no perfect time. Life is happening now, and it's up to you to make the most of it. Living fully means embracing both the good and the bad. It means taking chances, even when there's a risk of failure, because those chances often lead to the most rewarding experiences. Think of someone who delayed a dream vacation, only to find they couldn't take it later due to unforeseen circumstances. Or consider the entrepreneur who waited for the ideal conditions to start their business and missed a golden opportunity. These moments remind us that time waits for no one. Living with intention doesn't mean being reckless. It means aligning your actions with your values and passions. Say yes to experiences that excite you, learn from your mistakes, and don't let fear dictate your decisions. For example, a young woman who quit her corporate job to pursue her passion for photography faced initial uncertainty, but ultimately found a career that brought her joy and fulfillment. Her leap of faith serves as a reminder that life is too short to settle for less than what sets your soul on fire. The lesson is clear. Stop waiting for the stars to align. Start living your life now. Take that trip, express your feelings, begin that project or mend that relationship. Time is finite, and every moment spent hesitating is a moment lost. When you embrace life wholeheartedly, you create a rich tapestry of memories and achievements that you'll treasure forever. Make the most of today, because tomorrow is never guaranteed. Law 83. Love is rare. Grab it. Love, in all its forms, is one of life's most profound gifts. Whether it's romantic love, the bond between friends, or the deep connection within family, love is rare and precious. Yet, in the hustle and busyness of life, it's easy to take love for granted or let it slip away due to neglect or fear. When love appears in your life, it's vital to recognize its value and nurture it with care. True love requires effort, patience, and vulnerability. It's not always easy. Conflicts arise, misunderstandings occur, and challenges test the bond. However, these difficulties are part of what makes love meaningful. Consider a couple who, after years of ups and downs, remain committed to each other. Their shared experiences, both joyous and painful, strengthen their connection and deepen their appreciation for what they have. Cherishing love also means being present. Too often, people realize the importance of love only after it's gone. Don't wait until it's too late to express your feelings. Spend time with loved ones or show gratitude for the relationships that enrich your life. A simple, "I love you," a thoughtful gesture or quality time can mean the world to someone and strengthen the bonds you share. The lesson here is simple but powerful. When love finds you, don't take it lightly. Prioritize it, work for it, and treasure it. Whether it's the love of a partner, friend, or family member, it has the power to transform your life, bring you joy, and provide solace during tough times. Love is rare, and when you grab it with both hands, you'll find it's one of the most rewarding and enriching parts of the human experience. Law 84. Anger is bad. Dump it. Anger is a natural emotion, but when left unchecked, it becomes a toxic force that can harm your mental and physical health. Holding on to anger doesn't punish the person or situation that caused it. It punishes you. It weighs on your mind, clouds your judgment, and often prevents you from moving forward. Letting go of anger is not just a gift to others. It's a profound act of self-care. When you hold on to anger, it can grow into bitterness and resentment, eroding your relationships and sense of peace. Imagine someone who has carried a grudge for years, replaying old arguments and perceived wrongs in their mind. This emotional burden takes a toll on their happiness and prevents them from forming meaningful connections. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning harmful actions. It means freeing yourself from the control those actions have over your emotions. Releasing anger often involves understanding its root cause. Is it fear, disappointment, or hurt? Identifying these emotions allows you to process them and move toward resolution. For example, a professional who feels anger toward a colleague for taking credit for their work might address the issue directly, ensuring it doesn't fester into long-term resentment. The lesson is that anger is not a productive emotion when held onto. Learn to let it go, whether through open communication, practicing forgiveness, or channeling your emotions into something constructive like exercise or creativity. By dumping anger, you make room for peace, happiness, and healthier relationships. In freeing yourself from the weight of anger, you reclaim your emotional balance and take a significant step toward personal growth. Law 85. Fear is awful, face it. Fear is one of the greatest obstacles to personal growth and success. It can paralyze you, prevent you from taking risks, and keep you stuck in your comfort zone. However, fear is often a projection of our own insecurities and doubts. When you face your fears head-on, you realize that they are not as powerful as they seem. The more you confront what scares you, the less control fear has over you. Fear is a natural part of life, but it doesn't have to dictate your actions. Embrace your fears, step outside your comfort zone, and you'll find that the courage to face them will lead to the growth and success you desire. Show your commitment to your journey. If you're ready to walk your path with confidence and create a life that aligns with your dreams, comment, "I'm determined," or "I will do it." And don't miss the last 3 lessons. They'll inspire you to do anything. Law 86. Memories are sweet. Cherish them. Memories are the beautiful moments that shape our lives. They remind us of love, joy, growth, and the experiences that have defined us. In the hustle of everyday life, it's easy to overlook the significance of the memories we create. Yet these moments, whether big or small, are treasures that we should cherish. Take time to reflect on the good times, the laughter, and even the challenges that have made you stronger. While the future holds exciting opportunities, it's the memories we create along the way that stay with us and give life its depth and richness. Don't take these moments for granted. Savor them, appreciate them, and hold them close. Law 87. Stop putting too much trust in others. Don't let anyone know what you're doing until it's done. While it's natural to want to share your goals and dreams with others, it's wise to be cautious about who you share your plans with. Not everyone around you will be genuinely supportive of your ambitions, and some people may even wish to see you fail. Protect your dreams by keeping them to yourself until they are fully realized. When you keep your plans under wraps, you avoid the negative energy or doubts that others might project onto your journey. Focus on your goals, work diligently, and keep your progress to yourself until the results speak for themselves. By doing so, you avoid unnecessary distractions and protect the purity of your aspirations. Law 88. If you want to be trusted, be honest. Trust is the foundation of any relationship, whether personal or professional, and the key to building trust with others is honesty. When you are truthful in your words and actions, people will respect you, and your relationships will be stronger and more genuine. Honesty creates transparency and fosters a deep sense of respect, while dishonesty leads to doubt and distrust. Trust is earned through consistent and honest communication, even when the truth is difficult to share. If you want to be someone others can rely on, always be truthful, and your integrity will speak for itself. Law 89. The only person who cares about your hopes and dreams is you. While friends and family may offer support, it's important to recognize that you are the only one truly invested in your own dreams. Your hopes, ambitions, and goals are personal and unique to you. It's up to you to pursue them, work for them, and never give up on them. Others may not fully understand your vision, and that's okay. They may offer advice or opinions, but ultimately it is your responsibility to make your dreams a reality. Don't wait for others to motivate or validate you. Take ownership of your life and the direction it's going. The journey is yours, and the effort required to achieve your dreams must come from within. Law 90. Forget what hurts you, but never forget what it taught you. Life is an intricate tapestry of joy and pain, with each thread contributing to our growth. Inevitably, we all face moments of loss, failure, or disappointment that leave us hurting. These experiences are challenging, but they also hold profound lessons. The key to personal development lies not in clinging to the pain, but in extracting the wisdom it brings. When we focus solely on the hurt, we risk becoming trapped in a cycle of resentment and despair, preventing us from moving forward. However, when we consciously let go of the emotional weight while holding on to the insights gained, we empower ourselves to grow stronger, wiser, and more empathetic. For instance, consider the pain of a failed relationship. While it's natural to grieve, dwelling on the heartbreak can hinder our ability to build healthier connections in the future. Instead, reflecting on what the experience taught us about our needs, boundaries, or communication can shape our future choices. This balance of release and retention fosters resilience, equipping us to navigate life's challenges with greater confidence. This principle applies to all aspects of life, from career setbacks to personal disappointments. Pain sharpens our understanding of ourselves and others, offering lessons in perseverance, empathy, and gratitude. By embracing these lessons, we can transform suffering into a powerful tool for growth. Ultimately, forgetting the hurt doesn't mean ignoring it. It means acknowledging its impact while choosing to carry forward only the wisdom it left behind. This mindset not only heals, but also propels us toward a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Law 91. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. Control is a concept often associated with strength, but its truest form doesn't lie in dominance over others. It resides in mastery of oneself. The ability to influence or manipulate external circumstances may seem powerful, but it is fleeting and fragile, dependent on factors beyond our control. In contrast, self-mastery provides enduring strength. When you can govern your own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, you transcend the chaos of the external world, becoming resilient in the face of adversity. Self-mastery starts with awareness. It's about understanding your triggers, your fears, and your ambitions. When you master your emotions, anger doesn't dictate your actions, and fear doesn't paralyze your decisions. Instead, you become a calm, deliberate force, capable of navigating challenges with clarity and purpose. For example, a leader who can stay composed under pressure inspires confidence and garners respect, not through intimidation, but through their ability to remain steadfast. This internal strength enables you to align your actions with your values. You no longer act impulsively or react to others' expectations. Instead, you make choices that reflect who you truly are and what you stand for. Such integrity is rare and powerful. It builds trust and defines character. Self-mastery empowers you to create a life of fulfillment and authenticity. You are no longer at the mercy of circumstances or the opinions of others. You take charge of your destiny, not by controlling the world, but by mastering the only thing you truly can, yourself. True power, then, is not in wielding authority over others, but in harnessing the immense potential within you. Law 92. Even the nicest people have their limits. Kindness and patience are among the most admirable qualities a person can have, But even the most generous souls have boundaries. Often, kind people give of themselves without asking for anything in return. They listen, support, and offer their time and energy freely. However, this generosity is not infinite. When taken for granted or repeatedly pushed beyond their limits, even the kindest individuals can reach a breaking point. Understanding and respecting boundaries is crucial for healthy relationships. Imagine a friend who always helps others, sacrificing their own needs in the process. If their generosity is constantly exploited, they may eventually feel depleted, resentful, or burned out. This isn't a reflection of their kindness failing, but rather a natural consequence of their limits being disregarded. Recognizing these limits teaches us two important lessons. First, we learn to respect the boundaries of others, appreciating their contributions without demanding more than they can give. This fosters mutual respect and strengthens relationships. Second, we learn to set our own boundaries. Saying no when necessary is not an act of selfishness, but of self-preservation. It ensures we have the capacity to give genuinely without compromising our well-being. In respecting both our own limits and those of others, we create space for healthier, more balanced connections. True kindness isn't about giving endlessly. It's about giving thoughtfully, within the boundaries that protect everyone involved. Law 93. Your direction is more important than your speed. In today's world, where everyone is rushing toward their goals, it's easy to confuse speed with success. Many of us are so focused on reaching a destination quickly that we forget to check if we're even heading in the right direction. The truth is, progress isn't about how fast you go, but about how intentionally you move. Imagine a hiker scaling a mountain. They might try to rush to the summit, cutting corners or ignoring the terrain, but this could lead to mistakes or missed opportunities along the way. In contrast, if they move steadily, they can enjoy the journey, appreciate the view, and make better, safer decisions. The same principle applies to all areas of life, whether you're building a career, strengthening relationships, or working on personal growth. It's essential to have a clear direction, guided by your values and long-term vision, rather than simply trying to race through life. Rushing without a purpose often leads to burnout, confusion, and regret. Instead, take small, consistent steps in the right direction. The journey itself shapes you just as much as the destination, teaching you patience, perseverance, and gratitude. Life isn't a sprint, it's a marathon, and the key to true success is making deliberate progress toward a meaningful destination. Trust the process and let life unfold naturally. Your direction is far more important than the speed at which you travel. Law 94. Control your thoughts, or your thoughts will control you. Our thoughts shape our reality. Every action we take, every decision we make, starts with the thoughts we allow to dominate our minds. If you let negative or chaotic thoughts take over, they can distort your perspective, leading to unnecessary stress and reactive behavior. The power to control your thoughts is one of the most empowering skills you can develop. Think of a ship navigating through stormy waters. If the captain loses control of the wheel, the ship will be tossed around by the waves. Similarly, when you lose control of your thoughts, external circumstances will dictate your emotional responses. But when you master your thoughts, you steer your life with intention, regardless of the storms you face. Practicing mindfulness can help you regain control. Techniques like meditation, journaling, and deep breathing allow you to observe your thought patterns, redirecting them toward positivity and clarity. For example, replacing self-doubt with affirmations like, "I am capable," can shift your mindset, boosting your confidence and focus. By controlling your thoughts, you reclaim your power and take charge of your emotional and mental well-being. Instead of being overwhelmed by negativity, you'll harness your mindset as a tool to reach your goals and create a life that reflects your best self. Your thoughts can either hold you back or propel you forward. Make sure you're the one in control. Law 95. Don't overshare. Privacy is power. In a world where sharing every detail of our lives has become the norm, privacy is becoming an increasingly rare and valuable asset. While it may seem harmless to post about every moment or share your personal aspirations with others, oversharing can leave you vulnerable to judgment, criticism, or even exploitation. Maintaining privacy is not about being secretive, but about preserving your personal energy and focus on what truly matters. Privacy allows you to protect your mental and emotional well-being by creating boundaries that shield you from unnecessary interference. For example, sharing a personal goal with too many people might invite unsolicited opinions or doubts that can deter you from pursuing it. Keeping some aspects of your life private allows you to move forward with clarity and determination without being swayed by external pressures. Privacy also nurtures authenticity. When you choose what to share and with whom, you take control of your narrative, not allowing others to define you or your journey. This autonomy fosters self-confidence and ensures that your decisions are rooted in your values, not in seeking validation. Protecting what is private is an act of self-care, one that allows you to focus on your growth and create space for intentional living. In a world of constant noise and distractions, privacy is the power to stay true to yourself and move forward with purpose, free from the expectations of others. Congratulations on making it this far. You're proving your dedication to personal growth. Comment, "I'm ready," or "I'm going to break through" to celebrate your journey so far. Don't stop now. Stay until the end, because the final 5 rules contain surprises and lessons that could reshape your path. Law 96. Don't make permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. Emotions are powerful, but they are often fleeting. When you're feeling angry, sad, or overwhelmed, it's easy to make impulsive decisions that seem right in the moment, but may lead to regret later. The key is to recognize the temporary nature of emotions and avoid making permanent choices based on them. For example, quitting a job or ending a relationship after a particularly difficult day might seem liberating, but without taking time to reflect, you might later realize that your decision was driven by short-term emotions rather than thoughtful consideration. To avoid regret, practice emotional awareness. Take a step back, allow yourself time to cool off, and let your emotions settle before making any significant decisions. Journaling, talking to a trusted friend, or simply allowing yourself to breathe can provide the clarity you need to ensure that your choices align with your long-term goals and values. Temporary emotions, like anger or sadness, shouldn't dictate permanent outcomes. By practicing patience and perspective, you give yourself the time needed to make balanced, rational decisions that will serve you well in the future. In moments of emotional turbulence, remind yourself that you don't have to make any decisions right away. Give yourself space and let clarity guide you toward the best course of action. Law 97. To be the best, you must be able to handle the worst. True excellence is not achieved by avoiding challenges, but by facing them head-on. Life's hardships, whether personal setbacks or professional failures, are not roadblocks. They are opportunities to build resilience. The ability to endure and overcome adversity is what separates those who succeed from those who give up when things get tough. Think of an entrepreneur who faces rejection after rejection before finally achieving success. What sets them apart from others is their ability to learn from failure and keep moving forward. Each setback becomes a lesson, and each lesson strengthens their resolve. Building resilience requires embracing discomfort and viewing challenges as stepping stones rather than obstacles. The Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor strengthens the body." Mental and emotional toughness are cultivated through experience, persistence, and the ability to keep going even when things seem impossible. To be the best, you must develop the ability to handle the worst. Adversity isn't an end point. It's a test of your potential and a path to greatness. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, more determined, and better equipped for future challenges. When you learn to handle adversity with grace and courage, you not only grow as a person, but you also become a beacon of inspiration for others facing their own struggles. Law 98. You'll learn nothing from life if you think you're right all the time. A rigid belief that you are always right can be one of the most limiting factors in personal growth. The more you cling to your certainty, the less open you are to new ideas and perspectives. Life is full of opportunities to learn, but these opportunities often come from acknowledging that you don't have all the answers. When you think you're always right, you close yourself off to the wisdom and experiences of others, missing out on valuable lessons that could enrich your life. Humility, on the other hand, invites curiosity and fosters learning. It allows you to be open to new viewpoints, even when they challenge your own. The Stoic philosopher Socrates famously said, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." Embracing this mindset opens doors to greater understanding and adaptability. For example, a leader who values input from their team is more likely to foster innovation, create stronger relationships, and make more informed decisions. In contrast, a leader who dismisses others' ideas risks stagnation and conflict. By recognizing that you don't know everything, you create space for growth. This attitude of humility is not about diminishing your worth, but about understanding that the world is full of knowledge that can expand your understanding and challenge your assumptions. Every conversation, every new idea, is a chance to become wiser. The more you embrace the possibility of being wrong, the more you'll open yourself up to becoming truly wise. Law 99. Stay patient. The best things happen unexpectedly. In today's world of instant gratification, patience is becoming an increasingly rare virtue. We are conditioned to expect immediate results, whether it's through technology, social media, or even personal achievements. Yet, some of life's most meaningful experiences and successes take time to unfold. The best things often come when we least expect them, and this requires a deep trust in the process. Think of a gardener planting seeds. The flowers don't bloom overnight. They require time, care, and patience. Similarly, success, love, and fulfillment often develop quietly, behind the scenes, long before they become visible in our lives. Rushing the process or trying to force outcomes can lead to disappointment or missed opportunities. Instead, embracing patience allows you to appreciate the quiet moments of growth, knowing that the best things come in their own time. Life often has its own rhythm, and while it's important to work toward your goals, trusting that everything will unfold as it's meant to can bring a sense of peace. Patience also teaches you to remain open to the unexpected joys that life brings along the way. When you let go of the need to control the timing of everything, you open yourself up to surprises and rewards that are often far greater than what you could have planned for. Remember, the best things in life happen when you're not desperately chasing them. Stay patient, trust the process, and let life unfold in its own beautiful, unpredictable way. Law 100. Never regret a day in your life. Life is a journey filled with peaks and valleys, each moment shaping who you are and the path you walk. Think about it. Every joy, every struggle, every decision, and even every mistake adds depth to your story. The key is not to let regret hold you hostage. Regret is a thief of the present, keeping you anchored to what could have been, instead of empowering you to move toward what can be. Imagine a sailor who keeps looking back at the waves behind their ship instead of steering toward the horizon. How far can they truly go? Instead, choose to embrace a stoic mindset, one rooted in the stoic secrets of letting go of what you cannot change and focusing on what you can. Each day is an open door to growth, an invitation to learn, and an opportunity to align with your truest self. Think about modern stories of resilience. A young entrepreneur who faces business failure might initially feel crushed by regret, but by analyzing what went wrong and applying those lessons, they build something even stronger. In the same way, your past is a library of experiences. Use it to learn, not to linger. I ask you, what would happen if you stopped looking back and instead directed your energy forward? How much more alive and purposeful could you feel? By shifting your focus to the present moment, you unlock the ability to live with gratitude, to appreciate the lessons that have shaped you, and to carve a better future. The truth is, life's too short for regret. It's a fleeting distraction from what really matters, living intentionally and growing continuously. Remember, your worth isn't defined by your mistakes, but by your willingness to rise from them. So let go, live fully, and embody the wisdom of Stoic secrets. Focus on what you can control and let the rest fall away. As we wrap up today's video, I want to encourage you to apply these timeless principles from the 100 Laws of Life to your own daily life. Whether you're facing challenges or simply want to improve your mindset, these laws can help you move toward personal growth, happiness, and fulfillment. Remember, life is about learning and growth, not about achieving perfection. Trust yourself, trust the process, and move one step at a time with purpose. I'd love to hear how you plan to apply these principles to your life. Which law resonates most with you? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts or experiences, and don't forget to subscribe to the Stoic Secrets channel for more insights on living with purpose. Let's build a community where we grow and learn together. Be patient, stay focused, and remember, every step counts towards becoming the best version of yourself.